achieved.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Studio Day Heffrey. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube page, okay? YouTube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. That's where we're at. What I want to do now, what I want to do today, you can see this is my GMing hat. This is my team building hat, the old gray bucket. I want to look at what the Cowboys team looks like next year. And I know, listen, I'm not skipping this year. There's plenty of content on 1053thefan.com and on the YouTube page about what's going on today and yesterday and the day before, and you can watch all that. But I do think it's fun. I'm a team builder. It's what I am at heart. I like to build the team. So what I want to do is say, okay, when you're going into free agency, when you're going into the draft, what is the Cowboys' biggest needs? What are their biggest needs? What are they going to be looking at in the draft? And we'll go position by position if that's not too much trouble for you. Let's start on offense, shall we? Quarterback. Don't need one of those. Although, unless you get a new head coach, he's like, that Dak Prescott's not any good. I tell you what, we got to get rid of him. Or if you want to take a swing in the 4th or 5th round to try to find you a random guy, I could be on board of team pick a quarterback every year just for fun to see if you can find a guy that can play and then turn him into something better later and have a nice backup. I could get down on that train. Running back, you're fine because you signed a terrible contract with a running back and you're stuck with him for the next 3 or 4 years. Plus, you got Tony Pollard. You're good at running back. So we're not worried about running back. We're not really worried about quarterback. Offensive line, this is where it gets interesting, right? Do I need a replacement for Tyron Smith? No. Do I need a replacement at left guard? No. Center, Travis Frederick. Well, maybe we'll come back to that. He's been okay this year, and I hope he can get back to the guy that he was previously, and maybe he can, but he hadn't been great this year, but he's been okay. Right guard, obviously, you have Zach Martin. Right tackle, you have Lyle Collins. So do you need offensive line? No. Excuse me. You don't need offensive line, but you could always use some help. You're hoping Connor McGovern next year is healthy. You're hoping that Connor Williams can recover from that knee, and so you're hopeful that you've kind of got your core guys, at least your starters. But there's nothing wrong with picking a tackle for the future. There's nothing wrong with picking an interior guy that could compete with your guys that you have. So offensive line, we'll shelf that for now, but we'll say, hey, maybe. Tight end. Witten's gone. Dalton Schultz is Blake Jarwin, restricted free agent after this season, so I would imagine that he'll be back. He's still yours as long as you want him, and they do want him, I'm sure. So it'll be Blake Jarwin. Boy, Blake Jarwin's about to get his shine on, isn't he? But you could use a tight end. We could kick around the idea of signing somebody or using a middle-round pick on a guy. Now, next offensive position, wide receiver. This is the one where I like to have a little fun. Guys under contract next year for the Cowboys include Michael Gallup and the Jobbers. Oh, my phone or my computer's making noises. And by jobbers, that's a disrespectful term. They're professional football players. But besides Gallup, the only guys under contract are Noah Brown, Lance Lenore, Cedric Wilson. You understand what I'm saying. John V. Johnson, those kind of guys. So it's Gallup, and we assume that they'll do something with Amari Cooper, whether it's the tag or whatever. So you have your top 2 receivers. Am I on board with finding a third one? You're darn right. I don't even want to go free agency either. I want to use a pick in the first 3 rounds to find a step-in starter at wide receiver. TCU's Jalen Reagor just declared for the draft. I haven't done draft work yet. I'll start it at the end of this week. But I know in watching him a year ago at TCU, he didn't get as many opportunities this year because they had quarterback struggles. Not a big catch radius guy, but I love the explosive, electric acceleration, deep speed. So I will find you a guy that we will pick in the first 3 rounds. I will find a Michael Gallup of this year. You're welcome for him, by the way. I'll find you one, and I'm interested. Is that a need? Absolutely. To me, absolutely. Defense, corner. Next year, you got Cheeto and Jordan Lewis. The end. Now, you want to throw in guys like Olumba and Chris Westry and the kind of practice squad-y, hope they could turn into something kind of guys. That's cool. But guys that you're comfortable playing in an NFL game right now, you have Cheeto and you have Jordan Lewis. That's what you got. Cornerback is towards the top of the list of things that the Cowboys need, and they may even need to do what they did the year that they picked all of their secondary. They went Anthony Brown, and then the next year they went Cheeto, Jordan Lewis, Xavier Woods, all in the same draft. We may have to double dip at corner somewhere. Safety. You have Xavier Woods and Donovan Wilson. Heath's contract is up. Obviously, Darian Thompson's contract is up. Now, you should already have your safety because Taylor Rapp should be on the team. He was there at 58. I had a campaign, I had a live band. We tried to get Taylor Rapp picked. It didn't work out. The people who wanted Juan Thornhill are also looking smart. But, yeah, those were my top 3 players available at 58 when they picked Tristan Hill. It was DK Metcalf, then Taylor Rapp, then Juan Thornhill. Any one of those would have been nice, wouldn't it? Defensive end. You got Tank, and Tank is still a monster. Stop sending sack numbers and pretending that encompasses what a player does. Tank Lawrence is great. So you got Tank. Tyrone Crawford's under contract, but you might be saving some money and not having him. Dorrance Armstrong, Joe Jackson. So defensive end, yep, that's a need too. Defensive tackle. You know what the Cowboys have at defensive tackle for next year? Tristan Hill. That's it. Let me double check on Antoine Woods, but I don't think they have another defensive tackle under contract next year. Christian Covington, no, he was short term. Okay. Antoine Woods is a restricted free agent. So if you want him, you can keep Antoine Woods around. So you got a guy. Technically, you got a nose tackle and a 3 technique. Antoine Woods and Tristan Hill. We need help at defensive tackle. And Cowboys, if you don't draft me a big boy this year, we will fight. Derek Brown, Auburn. Cowboys' record will probably be too good to wade in that pool, but we'll find the defensive tackles. I'll start this draft work, and we'll find the defensive tackles. And if you guys don't pick me a nose tackle, I'm going to find a 320, 330, 350-pound dude that you need on this team, Cowboys. Linebacker. They got Jalen. They got Leighton Vander Esch. They got Luke Gifford. So probably need help at linebacker. Now, Sean Lee, if you're a betting man, I would think that he would say, guys, I'll do one more year for cheap if you want me to hang around for another year, and I'll take it. Yeah, come hang out. So what are we looking at this Dallas Cowboys offseason? What I would say, the positions that they need, you may take your pick. From cornerback, you need to keep Byron. If you really gave $15 million to a running back and you're going to let your best cover guy walk, we got problems as team building here. We got a team building problem here, guys. But cornerback is a need. Defensive tackle, both spots is a need. Safety is a need. Defensive end is a need. Tight end is a need. And to me, wide receiver is a need. You can put them in whatever order you want. I would say you're in the most dire straits at D tackle, followed by corner and defensive end. I still want to get a safety. I want to get a tight end, and I want to get a wide receiver. So I'll put wide receiver higher on the list because I'm down for investing in the offense over and over and over again, especially the passing offense, to try to win football games. But this team, when you break it down position by position, they are probably going to need to put some resources into the defense, which shouldn't be a surprise. What resources do they have there right now? Vander Esch was a 1. Please be healthy. Please be healthy. Please be healthy. Tank's got money. Crawford's got some money, but he's going to be gone. Jalen was a 2. You got another 2 at corner. You got a 3 at corner. But the offense, left tackle, first-round pick. Left guard, second-round pick. Center, first-round pick. Right guard, first-round pick. Right tackle, undrafted free agent who should have been a first-round pick. Wide receiver, Amari Cooper, was traded for a first-round pick. Gallup was a third-round pick. The running back was number 4 overall, and the quarterback was a fourth-round pick. They got some resources in that offense, which I'm cool with. But you got to put some into the defense. So that is your quick snapshot of Cowboys offseason needs that I just randomly put together during Week 13. They played 12 games, but there's also a bye, Week 14 of the NFL season. That's your way too early offseason prep. Why did I do that today? Because it was on my mind. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, Jeff Kavanaugh, and also that you're checking 1053thefan.com every day. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the radio.